My name is Anders Jensen. Let's learn some Power Automate desktop. I received a question from Pernille. Pernille wants to know how we can click a next button, for example, on a search result. We want to click it over and over until there's no next button anymore. Let's go solve it. And if you have any Power Automate desktop question, please just let me know in the channel. This is my secondary channel, I Love Automation. And right now we are 0 viewers. So I'm sitting here by myself. If you want to check my main channel, you can just search for Anders Jensen. But let's go solve the problem. It's a nice problem. I'll share my screen. I replicated the issue. So here I make a simple Google search on a refrigerator part. I got 4 pages. Pernille wants to click next, 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 and next no more. So here she wants to either fill in some data. We can do that in Google, but I'm not sure how she will use it. Or she wants to extract the data out like the Google results. Let's go create it. First, we want to launch a browser. Usually you want just to launch this browser with this particular URL. This strategy also works for applications, by the way. So you can also do it there. Anyway, we'll find a launch new Chrome and drag it in. Instead of launching the new instance, I'll just attach it to my running window, which was the refrigerator search. So here it is. Then I can click save. The strategy here is that I want to click next over and over until we have no next ones. Usually when you want to do that, you want to think in loops. So I'll basically just go to page 1, check if there's a next button. If yes, I want to click it. That's all there is to this task. Let me go show you how I would solve that. So I'll find a loop. I'll use a loop condition, and today my keyboard is a bit slow, so I'll find a loop condition. I'll make the condition always true. So what I want to do here is that I want to say true and equals true. So find a condition that's always true. That could be true equals true or 2 equals 2. So now we're looping in. Then we want to check for a next button. And I just want to make a break just so we can see that this actually works. So I can say new page. This will start at page 1 and it will continue over and over while we find these pages. Here I want to find an if web page contains here. Drag it in here. I will ask for, does this page contains a next button? Find it here. Add the UI element. Here is the next button. I will control and left click. We have created the UI element. You can see it here, span next. It might not be enough. It can be that the next button on the next page has a slightly different selector, and we will need to fix the address, but we will take a look at that when we get there. No reason to worry now. I go up to UI elements, go down here and rename it. I'll call this next button. It's always best practice to rename your UI elements and your variables and everything, of course. Then we want to say, if we find the next button, then we want to click it. So I'll find a click link on web page, drag it in. If you like these sessions, just come back, share the channel with your friends. That's the best help you can give it. So then I want to say, I don't want to create a new UI element now because I already have the next button. I can just pick that one. That's the one I want to click whenever it's present. I'll click save. But so this will click over and over. But at some point, there's no more next button, in our case, after page 4. So we want to say, if we don't find a next button, then we want to do something that is to break out of the loop, and we'll do an else. So here we have an else. And what we want to do is just to find an exit loop. Yep. drag it in here. So let's also have a display message when the actual flow is done, just to easily see what's going on. And here we will just say flow is done. In a real life use case, what you want here is that this display message will be your actual flow. That could be getting data into the system or getting it out on each page. But for now, this is fine. Let's just go do it. We are running it, and Power Automate desktop runs, and now I think we have a display message here. We're just behind. So new page, that is page 1. Yep. We will have a new page, that is page 2. New page, page 3. New page, page 4. And now we will look for the next button, and we know it's not there. Flow is done. That's how easy it is to solve a next button issue. We can tune it a bit. We can make a counter. So we have a page counter if we wanted. It looks like this. So I'll find a set variable. I'll drag it in up here above the loop condition. Here I will say page count. And we will give it the value 1 because this is the first page. Then we want to add 1 to it in the end of each loop. And here I'll just use the variable picker. I'll say page count equals to page count plus 1. So each time we are done with this, we know there's one more next button because we haven't exited the loop when we're here. Then we will just add 1 to it. So then we can go up to this display message and say, this is page number, and then we will have the page count like this. We'll click save. Let's try to run it, and then we just make sure, since we just attached to it, make sure we are on the first page, so we have some next buttons to find. I'll click run. And here we have it. Here, this is page number 1, and we can scroll down. This is right. I'll click OK. Then we'll click into next. This is page number 2, and here you want to do your actions. Of course, you don't want to have a display message just telling what page it is, but this is a nice substitute for the actual actions. Page 4, that is true. Now we don't have a next button. Let's see what's happening when I click OK. We're looking. Our flow is done. That's how easy it is to automate a next button. Again, if you have any questions to me around RPA, that could be UiPath or Power Automate, let me know in the comments. I'm here to help you. See you.